What is up, my beautiful friends? So my name is Kaylee, and I am a new Amazon FBA seller. I launched the first product of my private label brand in February of 2022, and then I invested around $5,000, give or take, for my first order, and then I've now doubled that in profit. So I wanted to share with y'all every single startup cost associated with getting started selling on Amazon, so you can see if this is a route that would work for you. So I hope y'all find this helpful, and let's get into it. All right, y'all. So the first fee you're going to pay for is your Amazon Seller Central account. And you have two plans to choose between. So your individual plan, it's 99 cents per unit you sell. And then your professional plan, it's going to be $39.99 a month, and that will come out of your profits. So what I recommend doing is the entire time you are not selling, stay on this individual plan. So when you're doing product research, sourcing a product, creating your listing, all that fun stuff, the entire time you're not selling, stay on the individual plan. And then once you're about to start selling, then transfer over to the professional plan, and then you will start getting charged $39.99 a month out of your profits. And then you do not need an LLC to sign up for these selling plans. However, I highly recommend getting an LLC. Two main reasons. One being it's going to separate you personally from your business. So if a lawsuit comes up, only your business can take the hit. And then another reason is clean finances for tax season. And then also, once you have your LLC, you can open up your business bank account and business credit card. So the business credit card is really helpful because you can track up or add up miles back, cash back, whatever it may be. And you're going to have big orders. So your inventory, your pay-per-click ads. So you can really rack up benefits quickly whenever you do have a business bank account and a business credit card. All right, and I'm going to touch on some other costs associated with getting started selling on Amazon, and then I'll show you my spreadsheet of my numbers. So you're also going to be charged referral fees, and this is typically going to be 8 to 15%. And then you'll also have Amazon FBA fulfillment fees. So FBA is fulfillment by Amazon, and then this cost is going to depend on your product, the size, the weight, all that fun stuff. And then you'll also have other costs associated as well, so storage fees and other costs. All right, so this is my spreadsheet I use to keep track of all my startup costs. So as you can see, since I started on the individual plan all the way up until I was launched, that's when I transferred over to the professional plan. So I paid $0 in startup costs for my Amazon Seller Central account. All right, y'all. So the next fee associated with getting started selling on Amazon is a research tool. And most of these tools, they are monthly plans. And the two tools I have experience with and I recommend, one is Helium 10. I used to work for them full time, and then I was just able to master their software, so I use them now. And then up to product launch, I use Jungle Scouts. So do your research and choose what's best for you. But the startup cost associated with it is going to depend on how many months it takes for you to get up to product launch. So I'm going to show y'all Helium 10's pricing page. All right. So this is Helium 10's pricing page, and then you can try their first month or your first month for 50% off with code FBAK50. And then the platinum plan, that is the plan I utilize, and it's $50 a month. Then Jungle Scout is another option. I use this all the way up to product launch. So for this one, their most popular plan, it is $69 a month. So choose whatever is best for you. Do your research. But for me personally, since I taught myself the entire Amazon FBA process and I was using my entire savings that I saved up working 3 jobs for a few years, I was very nervous to fail and I was not going to allow myself to. So I took quite a few months to get up to product launch. I spent a total of 7 months. And then at the time, I didn't know as much about Helium 10, so I was using Jungle Scout, and then it was $69 a month. So my total for my research tool I spent was $483. All right, y'all. So the next fee associated with getting started selling on Amazon is going to be your sample orders. So this is going to come in after you find a product that you want to sell using your research tool like Helium 10 or Jungle Scout. You're looking for a product with high demand and low competition. So once you find a product that fits that criteria, then you are going to start looking at Alibaba.com. And this is a website where you can find suppliers. Type in the most basic keyword that would pull up the product you are interested in selling, and then start looking for suppliers. Then from there, I recommend contacting your top 5 suppliers and getting samples from your top 3 so you can compare the quality of your product. And then from there, that will give you some power when you go into negotiating with your supplier on your price per unit and your minimum order quantity, because you will have multiple suppliers' products in front of you. You can compare the quality, you can compare the price per unit, you can compare the minimum order quantity, and then use that to negotiate. So I ended up ordering 3 total samples from 3 of my top suppliers. So my first sample order, it was $38. My second one was $62.10. And then my third one was $28. So my total for samples came out to $128.10. All right, y'all. So next cost associated is going to be purchasing UPC barcodes. And you need a barcode for 2 reasons. So one, you're going to need a barcode on every single one of your units that you arrives to Amazon. Then you're also going to need a barcode so you can put it in Amazon Seller Central and start creating your Amazon listing. So what I recommend is doing the official barcodes and registering it to your product and to your brand. So for me, I spent $30 on a official barcode. However, before I got started, I kind of jumped the gun and I bought a reused barcode on nationwidebarcode.com. And then I just got nervous about following Amazon's rules and regulations. I just didn't want anything to go wrong and get my account suspended. So I ended up paying double for barcodes. But for y'all, you should only spend $30. And then the number of barcodes you order depends on the product, how many sizes, how many colors, how many variations you're providing. So if you just have a one product, one offer, one variation, you only need 1 barcode. But if you have, let's say, a t-shirt in pink and a small, medium, and large, you're going to need 3 barcodes. So you can use a barcode estimator and then see how many you would need. But I spent $60, you will spend $30. All right, y'all. So the next fee associated with selling on Amazon is going to be creating your logo, your packaging, and then getting photography done. So for me personally, I was blessed. My best friend is in the field, so I utilized my resources. So I did not have to pay any money for my logo, packaging, and photography. However, you can utilize a website like Fiverr and or Upwork, and then you can hire someone to do your logo, your packaging, and your photography for you. So you can find anyone to fit your budget. Just search through, look for people who have great ratings, and then that will be another startup cost associated. But like I said, since I had my best friend help me with this process, I did not have to pay any money. So that is why it says 0. All right, y'all. So after you have your logo and your packaging created, and then you also have your barcode, you can send all that over to your supplier. They will send a box template for you to confirm. And then once everything is good, you can place your first bulk inventory order. So I personally started with a higher number of units for my first order. I highly recommend maybe starting with closer to a few hundred to get started, just to make sure your product's everything you want it to be. And then the way the bulk order works is the industry standard is paying 30% down and then the remaining 70% after. For my supplier with my personalized packaging, I had to put 50% down and then 50% after. So the total I spent for 1,000 units, it was $3,595. Okay, and then for the shipping costs for my bulk order. So I have a small lightweight product, and then I did shipping by air, and I used my supplier's freight forwarder. So the total cost for shipping for 1,000 units, it was $1,629. All right, so next fee is going to be the payment fee for Alibaba. So like I said, since I did 2 orders for my inventory order and then 1 order for shipping, so 3 orders total, each order, it's going to add on $50 for a transaction fee in Alibaba. So with 3 total orders, my transaction fee came out to $150. All right, y'all. So next fee associated is going to be sending in a third-party inspection company to come in and check your units for functionality, quality, and making sure they meet Amazon's requirements. And then that will be when your bulk order is almost complete. So the company I used was V-Trust, and then that cost was $268. So you pay that 30% down, your order is almost completely fulfilled. You send in that third-party inspection company. Once everything is confirmed and good to go, that is when you pay the remaining 70%. All right. And then the next fee was opening up my LLC. So this is going to change dependent on where your state is and where you're located. But I paid a total of $127 to open up my LLC. And then you will get a business EIN, and that is what you can use to open up your business bank account and your business credit card. All right. Then the next thing I paid for was limited liability insurance. I kind of jumped the gun on this, but I just wanted to make sure I did every single step by the book. So I was protected and just preventing anything from going wrong in the future. So my limited liability insurance, it was $300. And then I did this through Amazon's IP Accelerator. All right, y'all. So with all that being said, taking 7 months to get started selling on Amazon, my total startup cost came to $6,740. Now, some factors that will change the startup cost, it's going to be one, the research tool. So how many months it takes you to get all the way up to product launch. Another big factor, it's going to be your bulk order and your shipping. So how many units are you starting with? What are the manufacturing costs? What is the price per unit? What's the minimum order quantity? So this will be a huge factor in your startup costs as well. If you start with a less amount of units, the startup cost is going to be a lot cheaper.